Okay, roll the dice, Elio and Mark. Thursday night into Friday. What's up, El?
What up? How you doing?
Good. Just watched the Chicago Bears defeat the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah, you gave an outright winner. I mean,
Outright winner again on a Thursday night. I think I've hit every Thursday night this year. Making up for the Monday night losses, though. We lost on Monday night. I lost twice on Monday night. And it looks like this upcoming Monday we'll have an opportunity for two Monday night games again. And the first Tuesday night football game. So we're going to have a couple. Says the Patriots are playing the Broncos at 5 o'clock on Monday night.
what? Really?
5 o'clock. I don't know why 5 o'clock, but they're playing at 5 o'clock.
Jesus.
And then on Tuesday night, Tennessee Buffalo play Tuesday night. And then the Thursday night game is being moved back to Sunday unless Tennessee has more positive tests between now and Saturday. Then that game will get canceled and the Thursday night game, whoever it is, will remain. It's very confusing.
Yeah,
There's a lot going on.
This is a setup right now. This is the NFL always wanted to take over the whole world. Now they're playing every single night. Like, this is their grand scheme.
No, they should be – they had no – like, every other league had contingency plans. I mean, everyone else has changed. I mean, they went to bubbles. The NFL just kind of like, no, we're good. We're just going to play our 16 games in 17 weeks like we always do. Like, kind of crazy to think that they were going to be able to pull this off without these problems. But that's
99 problems and my ain't one.
Yeah, I know. It's the second time this week you've been able to use that.
I love it. Let me just say, how does somebody make that song? Because, like, I had it when I was younger. I had that, like, on my playlist. But
your playlist?
Yeah, like when I would be, handicapping sports or at my home, I'd be listening to some music on my computer. When that song came on after the first line, I had to skip it because how many times can you say that?
I don't know. I'm still about your playlist. I didn't know you had a playlist.
I have a mixtape.
Now, you used to buy the worst CDs after you'd go to those like clubs. And then you would come home with those CDs of just like 45 minutes of just nothing.
Listen, Manny was
the
greatest DJ in the history of DJs.
It was an awful time in your life. It was
DJ Manolo, Manny. But I called him Manny.
It was an awful time in your life. It really was. You used to go to those places.
You used to drive
bring those CDs home, and then you'd get in the car and you'd put them on, and it just would be awful.
Great times. What are you talking about?
Yeah. All right, so you've got horses, and I'm going to give out a bunch of football picks for Saturday.
Are there any football games tomorrow night?
Yes, there are. So there's a college game tomorrow night. Louisville and Georgia Tech is tomorrow night.
Oh, so it's a decent game.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad game. We can. You want to go ahead?
I'll go to Lexington. I'm going to go to Keeneland Race Course. I'm going to take the first two races, try to hit the daily double. I'm going to take in race one, you have a heavy favorite on the outside who's like 6-5. I'm going to play against them. Take the 1, 4-1. Stolen Beauty hopefully gets the lead and stays there. 6 furlong race. And then in race 2, I'm going to take the 2 horse again, 3-1 Michael Maker drop. He's dropping way down. Sometimes you get nervous when you're basically running in an $80,000 race and then you drop all the way down to 32. Sometimes some people say there's a problem with the horse, but I just think this type of trainer, Maker, he just wants to win. He wants to put his horse in the right spot. So he thinks this is where it's supposed to be. He's 5 for 15 lifetime, this horse, so they've been spotting him pretty good. So I'm going to take the 2 horse in race 2.
2 horse in race 2. So the 4 in the 4 in
no, 1 in race 1.
Oh, 1 in who's
2 in race
1 and then the 2.
Okay. Yep.
So 1 and 1, 2 and 2. So it's very easy. Should be easy to remember.
1, 2.
That's probably why you did it, right?
The 1, 2, turn 2.
Right, so there's two winners for the afternoon. They're, for your day or your afternoon, you're betting horses.
Yeah, I got to sneak off at work in the basement to
Yeah.
watch a couple races.
Hopefully there's not a lot of pizza orders at that
Yeah,
time.
I gotta hide.
And then Friday night, we could look at that football game, Louisville, Georgia Tech.
What's the number?
It's a 5. It's gone up. We're up to a 5. Totals gone up. Numbers are going up. I'm going to take Georgia Tech at home, getting the 5 points. 24% of the bets coming in on Georgia Tech, but a lot more money. So public looking away from it. I'm going to jump on Georgia Tech. It's a team over the years I've had that broken my heart so many times because they like to run that option and they don't.
Triple option.
Sometimes,
although they say they're not doing it anymore. But
no, they're not. But they used to. But they're not a great come from behind team. But getting 5 points at home on a Friday night, I'm going to go there. Take that. That's my play for tomorrow night.
What time is that game on?
That's a 7:00 game.
Okay.
And then I got a couple other Saturday games. El, do you have any college football you got going or?
No, I don't have any college football. The only thing I have is, I bet Indy to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
so that's I didn't do it, and then I finally did it after week 3, so it's live. But anyway, go ahead for Saturday.
Did you? Well, before I say anything else, did you buy a Colts shirt yet?
No, I did not buy a Colts shirt.
Why?
Because what?
Is that only a hockey thing? You only buy the hockey shirt?
You know what I want? I want a quarterback change. It's been.
You want Jacoby Brissett?
Yes, I want Jacoby Brissett.
You know what? I'm not a huge Phillip Rivers fan.
Yeah, I'm hoping he hurts his elbow and he's out for 3 months.
They're not scoring any points.
No, they're not.
His defense is carrying that team.
His defense, and they have. I'm telling you, they're good on both sides of the ball.
I like Brissett.
I like Brissett too. So I watched him play last week. He was a little bit better. I mean, they won on the road, but
they beat the Chicago.
We'll see. It's like with St. Louis and Dallas, my two hockey teams. They've had some coaching issue and then the goalie issue. So I'm trying to hope that I get some sort of quarterback issue.
Geez, Elio, both of those teams lost their coach early. Yeah. Like St. Louis fired their coach.
Yeah.
And then Dallas had an issue and they removed the coach.
Yeah, the guy was hitting the sauce or something.
Yeah, he was a good hockey player at the University of Maine, Montgomery. Good coach at Denver College. So let's look at a couple of college football games Saturday really quick. So one of the first ones here, Oklahoma, Texas. Now Oklahoma has lost 2 games in a row.
They lost to Iowa State. Wow, that's right.
Giving up a ton of points. Now it's a neutral field game, but they're playing Texas, who's been playing well, but Texas blew that game against TCU last weekend.
And they should have blown the week before, remember, against Texas Tech?
Yes. So you look at this game, and, Oklahoma has bombed out of the top 25. They were a top 10 team to start. They're out of the top 25. People are really down on them, but Oklahoma's a 2.5-point favorite in this game. It's a neutral field, and I look at that, and Texas is ranked. Oklahoma's not ranked, yet Oklahoma is the favorite in this game. And I'm going to take Oklahoma minus the 2.5 points, just because I think it's another one of those ones you look at the line and you feel like it should be backwards.
Yeah.
So you're saying if this was in Oklahoma, they'd be what, a 5-point favorite?
Yeah, 5-6 points. Yeah.
So I'm going to take Oklahoma in that game just because it's one of those lines you look at that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Do you see the Oklahoma quarterback?
No,
he's a freshman. He's going to be really good.
Maybe he'll start this week.
Yeah.
Although really what it is Oklahoma defense needs to tackle a few guys,
That's right.
So I'm down on that one.
I like that pick, actually. I might steal that pick.
You could play it. It doesn't have to, that's why we're talking about him. Virginia Tech, North Carolina also.
Is everybody sick on Virginia Tech still?
Sick on Virginia Tech?
Yeah, I just saw it on the bottom line of ESPN. I thought I saw something like.
Oh, well, wait 1 second then. We're going to hold off on that one then. If there's some sicknesses. I have heard some things.
It could have been Virginia.
I have heard. I saw a couple things earlier today about Texas. Yeah. So I haven't. I do know that FAU Southern Miss has been postponed, but that could be because of the hurricane, actually, though. All right. So since you said that, we're gonna hold off on Virginia Tech right now. Then I'm not. If there's sicknesses going on, people are missing. I don't want to get that. Be involved in that one right now. The other game I've done already is Tennessee Georgia. Tennessee getting 12.5 on the road. Let me just look at this one here. So this is another one of those games I talked about it last week, and it's a road dog with a road dog and a low total, conference game low total. I like those ones. Getting 12.5, totals 42.5. It's a conference game. I'm going to take Tennessee. They've been really tough so far this season. Georgia just destroyed Auburn last Saturday night, so it could be a little bit of a letdown spot here. Georgia, the big favorite. But I'm going to take the 12.5 points in that game for a conference game, low total, big spread.
That is big. So, Mark, I got a little thing on. It says Virginia Tech head coach. Virginia Tech. This was September 28th. So, this is what 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Or a week and a half. Virginia Tech is beset by COVID-19.
Is what?
There was 19 people missing.
Okay,
but no, 17 quarantine. So this was maybe 10 days ago. I don't know how they could be all better by now, but
yeah. So I don't know what you saw on the bottom line, but we'll have to investigate into that. Another game that I really like. Here, I'm going to give you a different look at a game. Is East Carolina. That is, let me find the time. So that is a 7:00 game against South Florida. They have 5-point dogs on the road. And this is just kind of a situation here where they got blown out last Saturday.
Against who?
I don't know who they got beat by right now. I just know they got blown out. I know they lost by, I can tell you how much they lost by, but I can't. They lost by 20 last week. So they got beat big in their last game. They're a dog. It's a conference game. I like to come back on these where there may be a little bit of an overreaction to the line, a little bit more focused here. This is a trend that's hit, decent amount. So I'm going to take East Carolina. I already have, but East Carolina plus the 5 over South Florida. 42% of the people are on that game, but a lot more money on it. So we could be looking at that the big players are also on East Carolina.
Isn't that a number too that everybody says +5 or -5? You take the +5.
So that is like a theory. There is that if a game is on 5, you should go with the dog because it's really kind of a number that kind of is like a no man's land in football. You don't hear a lot of 5-point victories.
Yeah.
That's not why I'm taking it, but that is true. So I've got that one, and I've got one other game here. It's in the Boston College. Boston College is getting 6.5 points this week from Pittsburgh, and I've got a bunch of systems here on this Boston College game, and I'm going to take the 6.5 here. I know they lost to North Carolina home last week. It was a close game. They kind of made a late run. They just barely beat a Texas State team when they were big favorites. But I'm going to take Boston College at 6.5 points here at home against Pitt. Got a few things here on it. The only thing I don't love about it is – oh, no, I'm sorry. So the public is not on BC. We got a fade going on here. So inflated line. The line opened at 4.5 up to 6.5. So I'm going to take the points with BC.
And it's at BC too.
At BC, right down the street from my house.
Yeah, because Pitt has played the last 2 games. I'm looking. Pitt is won by 1 and lost by 3. So against Louisville and NC State, I feel like BC lumps right in that too.
Mm-hmm.
Group.
I think it'll be a close game. I mean, BC will probably figure out a way to lose the game, but
Yeah,
they might stay with it. I think they'll stay within the 6 points.
I
And of
like that
course,
too.
yesterday, I put out 2 videos this week. The first one earlier in the week on Tuesday night was the Texas Tech under, and then last night I took Clemson minus the 14 over Miami. So I've got those.
So we're creeping up to double digits in games.
Oh, we'll have over double digits of games. What else you got to do on a Saturday, Elio? I mean, I'm
Exactly.
going from hockey game to hockey game, youth hockey stuff, but
Action. You need the action.
yeah. I sit
What?
here with my casino chips at my desk, and I shuffle my chips all day.
Let me ask you, what site do you go on to look for scores when you're on your phone and you're at your daughter's?
So I use the Action Network app, or I'll use let me look and see what this other one is called. What is this even called? I don't know. The Score.
Remember when I used to have the pager?
To like 20 years ago, yeah. Remember
The-
Score phone? You used to call,
Yeah, but
pick up the phone and call Score.
I know, but I had the sports pager.
I do remember that.
Yeah,
I do
I had
remember that. I wonder
it
where that
gave-
is, Elio. Where is that thing?
I loved that score. I loved that thing.
You know what I want to get? I want to get one of those. Remember, Obama used to have it. It was
Yeah.
the ticker in the
Yeah,
house.
let's see. Yeah, of course.
Because do places still have those anymore? I mean, I doubt it. The Padres are trying to make a Dodgers guy just outfielders dropped the ball, but Padres will be done by the end of the night. So it's going to be Dodgers, Braves in the NLCS, and Astros versus I'm going to say Yankees. And I'm pulling hard for those Astros. I love it. Had them in all 3 games, all 3 of their wins in the series. I'd love to see them win it and shove it right up everybody's ass. I'm rooting for that to happen. I don't know if they can get through the Yankees just because they don't have the starting pitching. They don't
What are you
have
talking about?
Verlander.
Tampa's going to beat them tomorrow night.
I hope so. It's probably going to be Garrett Cole versus what's the guy? He started game 1. I'm going to draw a blank on his name. Snell.
Oh, Snell.
Blake Snell. But starting pitching, I mean, especially in the playoffs. I mean, today Tampa Bay, in the first inning, their guy gave up a hit. They had a guy warming up in the bullpen. I mean, especially these elimination games, these managers. I mean, you get a pitcher puts a couple guys on, they take them out.
Listen,
So
you got to listen. You remember, listen to Jimmy Williams' manager decision. Okay,
it is. It's a manager's decision. That was his excuse to everything. Manager's decision.
My favorite.
He was
manager.
like Bill Belichick of baseball before being that. Like they'd ask him a question, he just like manager's decision. he was referring to himself as the manager.
I love it.
He didn't even say it's my call.
You couldn't get away with that now. You couldn't.
No, I mean Belichick gets on there and snorts into the microphone and doesn't answer any questions, especially after they lose when they ask.
Oh yeah, I heard somebody asked him a question today. We should do like a whole show on just some of the stuff. But somebody asked him, how do you feel about COVID? You know, like just some stupid question about COVID. And he's like, I'm not a doctor. He goes, we follow the protocol. Then he snorted.
There is a thing out there on YouTube, and it's like Belichick clips. And one of the things is like, it's back when Peyton Manning was playing, so it's probably like 7-8 years ago. And they're like, Bill, you've played Peyton Manning like 18, 19 times, Colts, Broncos. Can you pick out like one similarity between like all the offenses you played against him? He just looks at the guy and he goes, probably Manning. And then he just looks at him and like, shakes his head like, yeah, Manning is the one similarity in all those offenses. And the guy's a genius that he got, that he gets asked these questions and he doesn't want to answer any of them, but he comes up with sometimes some brilliant responses. Just to be like,
yeah.
You know how stupid you are.
You know who it was? Is Mike Giardi. You know the guy? Now he's for the NFL Network.
Yeah.
But yeah, Giardi got like mad at him today because he's just like, Bill gave him absolutely this just the F you line. And Giardi was like, I need to. I'm asking the question because I'm a reporter, and Belichick was like, that was his answer. That was really. I'm like, how do these guys? They know.
I don't care. I don't care what you are.
Listen, if you're a reporter, what you've got to do is talk about like Navy football, get them all like buttered up, and then ask him a question. Because if you just ask him a question, he's going to tell you to F yourself.
Yeah, it's true. If you get in about the history of something, he will get going. I'm just looking here right now, and I want to say one NFL play before because I've already taken this. And I took it the Cleveland Browns. I loved them this weekend, and they were 2. They're down to a pick 'em right now. So I want to say it right now. Cleveland Browns, love them. They're at home, Elio. They're playing your Super Bowl champion, Indianapolis Colts.
They were 2-point favorites. You mean?
They were 2-point dogs. Now they're pick 'em.
Why would they be dogs against Indy at home?
I don't know, but they were. So I'm all over them.
I mean, they've got some injuries that the running back's gone.
Yeah, he's gone for the year. He's not coming back.
And the other kid, Hunt, I don't know if he's
Michael Pittman is out. They got a bunch of guys out actually.
Oh, man, this is a very good Coke.
And yeah, I'm having one too.
That was really good. Wow. I didn't even use ice this time. No ice.
You poured a warm can into a Coke?
No.
I mean, a warm can into a cup? Is that what you did?
I would do that, but I didn't do that. That was a cold Coke, but it didn't have a chance. It was a 12-ounce can and 2 sips.
Yep.
All
right. All right, so is that a wrap for us for right now?
That's it. We'll do one tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do another one for tomorrow night for Saturday, and then we need to try to do a few more of these. We need to do a live one out.
Yeah.
We got to figure it out. I was thinking Tuesday night, but now there's a football game. But we could still do that while the game is on and just talk about shit.
Okay.
So we'll think about that. But that's the end of this one. Before this gets too long and it's hard to upload. All right.
See ya.